Hello, my name is Heritier Good. I am a student at Southern New Hampshire University. In this video, I'm going to present this slideshow so that people can get to understand by hearing and reading what I'm just presenting. In fact, I'm going to talk a little bit about the different eras that impacted the advertisements in different eras in order to see how Acme widget company can advertise and reach out the audience that it has been targeting. So in what about the history of advertisement, we can focus more about the different eras that demonstrate the history of advertisement in the world. So in the 1890s century, this century is characterized by the apparition of the first professional advertising agency and the creation of rules that govern the advertisement in the United States of America. So in 19th century, it is characterized by the apparition of the first radio stations and the first radio and sport. So in the 1950th century, this century is characterized by the apparition of the television and the Mount television network. The 1980th century is characterized by the apparition of the cable, CNN, and advertising agency again. So in 2010th century, this is an era which is characterized by the online advertisement and the use of social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. So by moving on, as a description of the target market of the advertising campaign, different countries are targeted due to their use of bicycle in the world. So in fact, I'm going to talk a little bit about China, which has more than 1 million of people who are able to ride a bicycle, and 37% of those population are cyclists. So the Belgium also has more than 10 million of people who are also able to ride a bicycle, and 48% of those people are cyclists. So by continuing, I can say the Switzerland has more than 7 million of people who are able to ride a bicycle, and 48.8% of those people, they are cyclists. So Japan also, it has more than 127 million of people who are able to ride a bicycle, and among them 56.9% of those people are cyclists. So we can get to understand that these are the countries where bicycles are mostly used. So by adding, I can say the Sweden also has more than 9 million people who are able to ride the bicycle, and 63.7% of those people are cyclists. So there is an interest of riding or of having the bicycle in these countries. Actually, all people in these countries, they have something like common. They have one characteristic which seems to be common for those countries. In fact, all people ride for keeping the good health, which is something which is similar to all countries. But something in particular, in China, they just use the bicycle as a culture for all people. It is like a culture. It is a must of having a bicycle in their house. So all the 4 countries, the women are so less represented in those countries. You can see the number of women, it is very less than the number of men. So about the explanation of the print advertisement and the script of the 30-second TV spot is that there is an importance of using the print advertisement because it allows the audience to read and see what it's about, and so it also allows me to match the actual history with the past one. Or the script of the 30-second TV also, it allows the audience to see how people are successful. It allows also to show the effectiveness of the product. I will add by mentioning the details of how the ad demonstrates the advantage. So the ad demonstrates the advantage in a different ways. For example, it starts by showing different eras of the advertisement. But again, the image of advertising just in the is shown in with the color of white and black, but also in the 18th 19th century 19th 20th century, in those eras the images just show that it is a past period where people used to drive with bicycle, and women are more active in those period. It shows women were just riding a bicycle, and it has also a story starting from the past period. So the vintage theme of 125 century anniversary of Acme is that it reflects the world history of that they like. It shows also the advantage of riding a bicycle since the past period of time. So it also involves the gender, and it is about a new brand which has all the conditions. So adding by the advertising portfolio, I can say this the print script, it will bring the curiosity of the audience. It will show the audience that there is a need to be satisfied for them. It will show that again that it will show again that there is an advantage of having a bicycle, but again it will lead the audience to take the action. About the TV script is that it will attract the concentration of the audience. It will show the happiness of users of a bicycle. It will show the real brand of Acme, and it will lead the audience also to take action. I will continue by saying that as a closing, it is riding just in riding, women are less represented in all countries. The most targeted countries are the China, Belgium, Switzerland, Japan, and Sweden. So using the print video advertising is the best just idea to use. Acme has to use actually this data in order to gain its marketing. As a conclusion, I would like to say that it is very crucial to know the description of the target market for just advertising campaign so that Acme can maximize the audience that is targeting. It is also important, as I said before, to explain the print advertisement that will be used, also to give some explanation about the script for the 30-second TV spot. As it was also mentioned in the presentation, that details of how ads demonstrate the advantage are also very important for us to maximize the targeted customers that we want in a given period. This can lead to an advertisement to be great and important. It is just what we have been doing since different eras or since different period, as we are keeping to make some innovations in this system of advertisement. Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you for just having just putting one eye on the PowerPoint presentation so that we can know how the history started, how Acme can just make sure that the target customer are reached. Thank you very much for listening and watching.